So, hello everybody, here we are back with Into the World Wound, the Elven Entanglement. I've now changed the party setup slightly. I have played the first scenario, the Godless Ones, with two different groups. And now my final group consists of Alain and Imrika from Team 1 and Inora and Kyra from Team 2. We had to say goodbye to Sila and to Harsk. I've just realized that actually with this scenario you get a cohort, Chichilla the Uprooter, and now I'm a bit confused because there is one Chichilla card in the box, but it says in the rules that if the scenario you're playing lists any cohorts after drawing starting hands, each character may add one of the listed cohorts to her hand. So I assume that basically you just randomly assign this one cohort. So we'll try this now. What we can do is, instead of your first exploration on a turn, you may summon and encounter the Henchman Fiendish Tree. If you didn't defeat it, draw the cohort Vinced from the box. The Fiendish Tree is actually quite strong. It has combat values of 13. The difficulty to defeat is increased by twice the scenario's adventure deck number, which doesn't apply in this case. The Fiendish Tree is immune to the mental and poison traits. If the check defeat has the fire trait, add 1d8. Before you act, the Fiendish Tree deals 1 ranged combat damage to you. After you act again. We can now look at people's starting hands. And I don't think anyone has a fire trait spell. No. But it may be something that our Inora is really good at. So we will think about this later. It would be good to get a second cohort, I guess. Okay, so now we're going to start. It's getting quite crowded on this mat with 4 heroes. So just to recap, Inora is a female halfling arcanist. Like many halflings, Inora is driven by a combination of curiosity and luck. Her work on artifact analysis at the Ocularium has led her to the worship of Nethys, god of magic, whose worship is forbidden in her homeland. Fortunately, her love of adventure has lessened the strain of her wayfaring lifestyle. Armed with her magical training and a few good books, Inora is always on the lookout for new nuggets of esoteric lore. Well, if you're looking for good books, I can recommend a 5-part, a D-classic Chinese novel called The Story of the Stone, or The Dream of the Red Chambers. It's been translated into English, 5 volumes, I think 2,000 pages. If you're really looking for a good book, Inora, you should get that one. And finally, Kyra, who is a female human cleric. Kyra and her family grew up near a temple to Sarenrae. Actually, when I was playing Pathfinder, I was a cleric of Sarenrae too. The goddess of healing, honesty and redemption, and the sun. When bandits attacked Kyra's village, Sarenrae's priestesses defended the innocent, driving off the raiders at the cost of their lives and their sanctuary. Standing in the burned ruin of the temple, young Kyra swore her life and sword arm to the goddess, promising mercy to the deserving and the quick death to those who spread darkness. So yeah, let's get started. We now have 4 heroes. It means we have 6 locations to explore, so this is going to be apparently really tight. I mean, the last time we played we actually ran out of turns and cards, so we will have to see how this works out now. So I'm going to turn over the first blessing to start the turn track, and what we're going to be doing is we are going to be sending Kyra to the Dark Forest, and because when you close it you have to do a wisdom or survival check, and she's actually quite good at this. And what this does is when you explore, you examine the top 2 cards, shuffle one into the deck and encounter the other. So we're going to take the first 2 cards. One is a hide armor and one is a sickle. She could use both. So we're going to, well, I guess, try and encounter the hide armor because it's more likely that she will actually get this. And now we need to shuffle the other one into the deck. So she needs to roll a 3 or higher on a d6, which is a strength die. And she rolls a 5, so she gets the hide armor, which is good. We like that. And she's going to discard her blessing of ascension. She's going to explore again, and she encounters a blessing of Baphomet, which she can encounter and get for a d12 plus 2 divine wisdom check. And she rolls a 10, plus 2 is 12, and it's a 5. And she's going to explore again. And she encounters a carrion golem. You may not play spells that have the attack trait. Before you act, discard the top card of your deck. Ouch. If undefeated, okay. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be discarding the top card, which is a blessing of Iomedae. That's not good. We're going to... Okay, so we're going to use our wisdom. So that's 2d12 because we're going to discard this. And does anybody have a bow? No. Okay, so this is going to be tough, actually, because she has nothing. And she rolls 11, which of course isn't enough, so she has to... she will recharge the magic plate armor to get this reduced to 0. And now we're going to put this back into the deck and shuffle the deck. And she has a hand of 5, so we need to redraw 2 cards, a Blessing of Ascension and another Blessing of Ascension. So Kyra's done for her turn. So now it's Aline. Aline's also going to go to the Dark Forest. And he's going to encounter the top 2 cards. And he can encounter a giant amoeba or a spell called Detect Demon. He's not very good at spells. His wisdom is low and he doesn't have the divine trait at all. So we're just going to shuffle this one back into the deck. So that's done. And he's going to kill this giant amoeba, which shouldn't be too difficult. The giant amoeba is immune to the acid, mental, and poison traits. Before you act, each character at your location must succeed at a dexterity or stealth check 8 or be dealt 1d4 minus 1 acid damage. Ouch. Okay, let's see. Dexterity or stealth? Oh, he's very bad at that. Well, he cannot pass this unless... no. No, he has nothing that helps him there. And in her case, nothing either, but her dexterity, and her dexterity is a d4, so they both will get damaged. Let's see by how much. First, she gets 3 points of damage. So she needs to discard 3 cards. So she's going to discard these 3 cards, and he gets 3 as well. He's going to, oh God, this is terrible. He's gonna discard the recruit, the Horn of Battle, and, well, yeah, the Blessing. Very bad. That was horrible. Okay, so it's a D10 plus a D8. And he rolls a 4. That's not enough. Plus 6. Oh yeah, he puts yeah, Donovan on this, so he gets another D8. But I'm sorry, I forget this because I do it always. So I've got 4. Plus 6 is 10. Yeah, so that's just enough to get rid of this giant amoeba. Okay, well that was horrible. So now he needs to draw up to his card size, which is hand size, which is 3. So he gets 3 cards, a recruit and a helm. That was a horrible round, seriously. Now it's Imrika, and she's going to go to the guard post. At the start of your turn, summon and encounter the henchman Corrupted Soldier. The Corrupted Soldier has combat 9 or charisma diplomacy 6. Okay. So she's going to discard a blessing to give her 2d10. It's, I mean, at the moment it's not going well. I'm not happy with the way things are going. Is this a d10? Yes. 13, that's enough. So now she gets to explore, and she encounters a grizzled mercenary, diplomacy charisma 6. Bury this card to add 1d8 to any combat check by character at your location. Now that would be good. Yeah, I'm going to actually try and acquire this one using 2d6. And it's 5. It's not enough. Well, that was a waste of a blessing here. So yeah. And that was it. Not a very successful turn at all. And then we have Enora. Actually, this is the question, guard post. Do you have, at the start of your turn, summon and encounter the henchman Corrupted Soldier? Do you have to do this every single time? No, no. I mean that, well, actually, probably yes. But it means that, well, no, I'm not going to play it this way. I'm going to play it that when you move there first, you have to encounter him. So now Enora's going to encounter the henchman. And She's going to reveal this card to add D4 to her D12. And she rolls a 3. Brilliant. Okay, so she now loses her whole hand. Okay, that was really unsuccessful.